little bit early, so I'm just getting everything set up. Make sure everything's in the right place. I think that's about right. That's about right. Good evening, Ben. How are we doing? I really couldn't pick which one of these guys I wanted to do tonight, so I might just do a bit of both. Probably won't get them both finished, unless you can sway my mind quick, Ben, and we'll focus on one. Pretty similar colours, really. But yeah, these are obviously Wellington and Napoleon from Front Rank Miniatures. So well, whilst I think about it, let's get some, rather than sitting and wasting time thinking about it, perhaps I should just crack on and see what turns up, shall we? So we'll start off with our favourite barbarian flesh. I don't, mate. I was puzzling that one. I'm not. My Napoleonic historical knowledge is very limited to the. I'm afraid I'm one of those. I loved this program sharp. I get you. I do remember that one now. You said it. Thank you. Good evening, Mark. So, yeah. I thought to myself, I couldn't decide this morning, so I prepped them both up ready. Because to be honest, there's not masses of work to do on either of them. Gloves and that. I'm going to go for no gloves. Not sure what's going on out there. You have this snoring pup in the background as normal. So yeah, if you just lay down this base layer of barbarian, bubbly barbarian flesh. There we go. Just keeping my paint nice and thin, so there's probably a couple of layers there. Bonjour. Yeah. What sort of week have you guys had? Any hobbying? Or we just been hard at it? I finally finished the big wedge of Romans and Gauls that I've been requested to paint. Ah, cool. Is that whilst they were glued to your hands, Ben, or did you afterwards? Or was that the model that you didn't glue to your hand at all? Like the holy grail of all miniatures. The German 88 is the holy grail. The unstickable model. Nice. Anglo-Danish. I had a bit of a... I was teaching someone how to play Saga last night, and we had a Viking Anglo-Dane bash. Because why wouldn't you? And yes, I've always liked using the Anglo-Danes, even back in the old WRG, World of WRG. Um, but last night he decided he wanted to play them, so that's fair enough. And I used the Vikings. It was the bloodiest first combat of a game of Saga I've ever seen. Literally. Um, his a unit of okay, let's try. A unit of his warriors. All right, Rich. Um, charged into some of my half guard, and basically to show him how the dice worked, he was just piling the dice on, and I just didn't offer any advice, and he basically cleared his board, and I did too on the first combat, and both. I know it was two units of warriors, and both units uh, were destroyed. There was that many dice. I've never seen anything like it. Of course, it doesn't give the impression of what Saga's actually like, really, does it? I mean, that's the one you build up to, not the one you start with, usually, isn't it? But hey ho, it was good fun. Right, I want his horse to be ready brown. I'm very tempted to lay down a use the brown. Yeah, use our secret weapon brown. You can't really go wrong with the Vikings and the Anglo-Danes, yeah. In fairness, in Saga, you can pretty much do anything you like then. Right, so I'm using our secret weapon, which is the Vallejo Air Ochre Burnt Umber thingy. I'm just thinning it a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna lay just a do you know what? It was a bit of a standing joke, the Welsh. When my friend bought them, the 4-point start box, he bet me on a Saturday night that I couldn't paint them for tomorrow's game. And if he did, he would be the Welsh. So I painted them that Saturday evening. And he didn't like them. So the next game I played them, and I absolutely love using the Welsh. Yeah, the Irish are good fun. I think that all the factions are fun in Saga. I mean, come on, Jom's Vikings are awesome. As playing against a friend, he was using the Normans versus the Jom. I was playing Jom's Vikings, and he's one of these cautious guys that works out the percentage of everything happened before he even thinks about touching the dice. So of course the absolute chaos that ensued about should I give Wrath points away. It's just, I think it almost made his head explode. And the dog doth snore. Make sure we've not got any missed. Let's just strengthen some of it up. Yeah. It's all good fun. Yeah, I thought the price was wrong on these when I grabbed it because I got the blister with the £4 price mark on it. It's Napoleon one. But what you got to make sure when you order front rank miniatures is when they're on the site, it'll say like £1.60 or something like that, because it doesn't include the price of the horse or the base unless it states. So if you are going to order some front rank stuff and you haven't before, make sure you read underneath the miniature and make sure you get the right horse, which I think is very important, because this miniature would not look as good without the horse, would it? Okay, so isn't that brown? I think colour. I think yes, we leave that like that. So now that flesh is probably dry. We'll leave it a little bit longer though. Let's lay down some cream, some bream matte beige. There's a bit of this on there, so we'll just start laying down. So first of all, or shall I go to a grey first? This has got pretty good coverage, this beige. I'm going to thin it out a little bit as well. If you're using slightly darker undercoat, you might want to put a light grey before you start working towards a white. Ah, right. If you give Gripping Beast a shout, the Strathclyde are ponies, and also they've got the Steps ponies as well. And I'm sure if you send a nice email to him, I was just funny you should mention that, because when we talk about Welsh, I painted the Strathclyde Welsh, because I just wanted to paint the box set because they looked so cool. I'm sure they would, Ben. Just name drop me in it as well. Email it to Darren or Andy, or just to the Beast at Gripping Beast. I think the email is, isn't it? Say that damn pirate said. Yeah, plastic ones. I don't know. I can't think of anyone that does. You might get some 3D printed ones, which I've got a friend H who's just set up a printing service. I'll drop you a link in the messages, Ben, because H might be able to help you out if the Beastie Boys can't. So yeah, I'm just using the beige now. I'm not worried about it looking a bit patchy at the moment. That's no problem, mate. That's what it's about, isn't it? Trying to help each other. I was just thinking about all these companies that are doing like hobbits as well at the moment, but most of the hobbit cavalry I've seen has been on dogs and stuff, isn't it? Oh yeah, yeah. Then he's properly. He gets bigger, and that snore gets louder. I think he might have to stay downstairs. It's like having a critique on my videos. Again, it's looking a bit grey at the moment because I've gone straight over the undercoat. I think their breeches both have like. Yeah, he certainly can snore. What's worse is sometimes I'll leave him downstairs and I'd go down to grab a drink and he's fallen asleep on the sofa next to my missus and they're both snoring. They were in sync with each other the other night when I don't know if they start off in time or whether they actually go into time subconsciously when they're. Who can tell? I remember when I was used to do the live role playing uh, to annoy everyone when we slept in caves and that. I used to pretend to be asleep really, really, really quick because my character was this annoying half orc, and so literally as soon as everyone laid down, I would like start snoring. And my mate told me after doing this for about 2 or 3 years that apparently once I fall asleep, I'd do it all night. And I thought, well, so why did no one kick me? In fairness, if I'd have been on the receiving end of that all night, I'd have kicked them. Yeah, just use this beige, do that off-white. Well, I painted some dwarfs I found kicking around earlier. But we can't decide what make they are, so I'll show you in a sec and see if anyone else on here recognises them, or whoever, somebody maybe watching this back recognises them. Let's have a quick look, see if I can grab them quick. I think they might be Heartbreaker. Somebody else said they might be Black Tree Design or something. Does anyone recognise them? They're all exactly the same pose. Oh, I've knocked his shield off. So yeah. 5 of them. I don't know if they come in packs of 5. They're quite old slaughter ones, so if anyone's got a clue, just pop us a message. Thank you. Well, it's amazingly important. So I'm hoping to get the my eBay channel up and running again this week, hopefully. Before I run out of space. Well, it's a week away from the Gripping Beast Bash as well. I'm just going to go from strengthen this. I've been prepping up some stuff ready for next weekend. Or should I do a sneak preview? I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to show you or not, but I am, because surely no one will grasp at me. I've got one of the special tournament miniatures. Yeah, you want a good look at him? I can't. They're kind of based on the Hollywood 70s kind of Vikings, isn't they? Better not show you any more of that one. But there's quite a few others over here. There's this guy I don't as well. Oh no, I can't show you. Oh, I wouldn't get into too much focus yet. But the one that I like is this one. I think it's the one of the Greek dudes. I've not even labelled them up yet. Look at the sculpture on that. How cool is that? Yeah, Ben, they've done that one on purpose though for the tournament. I know exactly what you mean. They're inspired by some artwork which I can't mention any. But yeah, so basically they're for the tournament. strange. Over in the old figure drawer somewhere, I've got the Kirk Douglas miniature. Which I believe was one of the really old GB ones that they don't do anymore. Was it Einar, wasn't it? Einar? And Ernest Borgnine was Ragnar, wasn't he? One of the very earliest sort of films that I remember watching with my mum. She was a big film buff. It was Vikings, Spartacus, Jason the Argonauts, all the good stuff. Which is why, exactly why, I'm sat here today. You know what I mean? All those things just lead to one thing, doesn't it? The way you got to look at it, Ben, I think, is historical accuracy, no, but telling the saga, yes. It's about telling, those films were about telling stories, which is the sagas, isn't it? So that gets lost sometimes, I think. I think in reverse, it's a problem, isn't it, where people get their history from Hollywood rather than accept it's a film. Yeah, absolutely, Ben. Yeah, this I think, especially over I know when I was at school, is history lessons were rubbish, and the history I've learned is off my own back after leaving school. Um, but how many people? I think that's the problem, isn't it? How many people learn their history from watching Braveheart, which is a good film, good runabout, but it's not really got much to do with historic, has it? But never mind. Talking of Braveheart, I think the Pict Warlord's over here. There we go. Now, on one of the videos, I think I painted him, and I put a Crusader greatsword in his hand, so it looked like he had a massive claymore, and painted him in proper tartan as well. So he was very much a Mel Gibson lookalike, and I think I actually stated that I was painting him as Braveheart, and people still give me stick about it, but hey, they're moaning at me, they're not moaning at you. Yes. That's the biggest disservice that film does, isn't it? It's probably the biggest hero um, Scotland had, Robert the Bruce. And in the film, they make him out to be a. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the amount of times I've been party to people having an argument about 300 as well. I mean, they couldn't have made it look any more like the comic book if they tried. Yet people believe it's the exact history, and you're thinking, really? So we're just laying these thin coats down quite quick. We're going to lay a wash over them. And we're going to take it up some more. That's all right, Ben. You're in the right space, mate. You carry on, buddy. A little bit of trousers visible just in there. Let's lay some in there. Hmm. Yeah, it's always tricky when it's not basing stuff in history. He can let it all out in the chat room there. He's among friends. You have a nice clear weekend then, just like Rich said. So just laying another thin layer of that beige over. As you see, it's pretty much nice and solid now. We'll have a good dry before we touch it again. Not a great colour to paint on video because it does glow a lot under this lamp. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So next Friday, I might do a short kind of one. I say I feel might do a full one because obviously I've got a lot of paint to do on the Saturday and Sunday. So you might just have a prelude video or something for half an hour or so. Or get everything packed up. And then over next weekend, I'm going to try the tournament to go live a couple of times. Even if it's maybe I'm going to be painting some warlords and stuff as they go along. And also try and check out some of the games in between if I get a chance. So that'd be fun. Okay, let's start thinking about these colours. We need a nice dark blue. So let's go for this dark sky. I know this one needs a good old shake. It's not been used for a little while, so the cap's a little bit stuck. That dribbley bit that's come out is some of the medium. Okay. So I'm going to go on his clothes. Sorry, on his. That's a great coat. All right. Cool. What's up with my chat thing today? Yeah, it's my problem was my account got hacked, and it's a bit of a nightmare getting it back under my control without giving it back to the hacker. Which eBay haven't been very handy about. But I had that was the Pirate Rich Paints account. Which I've had for a long time, but I've got another account I used to use as a clearance one, so I might have to jump onto that one and like restart. Trouble is I lose all the lovely feedback I had, and I had about 80 or 90 people following me, so I'd like quite a regular customer base. It was really nice because I was able to clear stuff, you know, from these videos, etc. Yeah, I like this blue. It's really kind of, when you thin it with the medium, it really goes pretty transparent. So that blue's just touched onto that white, so I'm just gonna run the wet brush down the edge just to clear the white up a bit. Cool. I think we have I think his saddle blanket will be probably about the same colour as this as well. There we go. So yeah, it dries out quite nice, that blue, and it does work very well with the Zenithal. I've just got a feeling that the saddle blanket there as well should be the same colour. I can always put a fancy stripe or something on it. I feel it's a bit too samey at the end. There we go. So we're going to lay some washes down on that anyway. Drop a little bit of, actually before we do that white, let's get the Crusader skin. Nearly out of that. I have to find a new toy to play with. I don't think you can get that one anymore. That's the Speed Paint 1. Okay, put a little bit of medium in it. Work a bit more in there. Have a quick drinky. Yeah, when I picked these up, I kind of just picked Napoleon up and then thought, I said, have you got Wellington? He didn't have one cast. Bless him, he went and cast one for me. He said, you can't have one without the other. That's how thorough Darren is. I suppose he was right. Start working there. He's got like a waistcoat and then an undercoat as well, isn't he? He's going to be white. Oh, excuse me. There's a little bit there. There we go. That's the thing I'll notice with using speed paints, make sure you brush a good wash out. So they tend to hang around in those bristles. Yes. Okay, so let's let them dry off again. I'm going to darken this blue up. Finish it. double collar. I think they'll both be white, I believe. Unless anyone has an injection there. We'll give them a grey necktie. Just a bit of flesh washing there, so we come back at that, but that'll be a good first layer. Okay, I want to put some blue tone. Is anyone in the chat? Is it my chat thing still stopped working? Ah. Let me just capture from the chat. My chat had sort of stopped working. I'm sorry, Ben. I'm just reading your comments. Oh dear. Good evening, Nick. Gary. Yeah. Sorry about that. Was, the plane thing's just sunk in. Ben, you're right. You got North Star opposite, haven't you? Warlord Games and Footsore, haven't you? Right across the road. Not wishing to add to your problems. Ooh. Just laying down this blue tone. Well, you can sneak out the front door, mate. They're literally across the road. Is that because everything's going to be steam powered in Wales from now on, Nick, with the new road speed limits? Might as well drive steam engines round. Let's go for Necromancer's Cloak for a base layer for our good friend Napoleon. Oh, okay. Still worth considering, though, I think. Well, if you see what you want to do, Ben, is get them to park the car. If you're in the car outside North Star, then you can walk across the road to Warlord and maybe down the next unit to Footsore before you have to get back into the car. Yeah, I don't. From what been told, is not as from people I know drive. It's not as bad as a lot's changed. I do like Necromancer Cloak Grey. It's really quite a satisfying colour. Yeah. I'm going to put a... First of all, I'm going to get mid-brown, which is kind of a... It's got a lot of red in it. So I'm going to lay that on... Or Lord Wellington's horse. Just water it down a bit. I just want it to have that slight chestnutty twinge. I was going to put a red wash on it, but sometimes that goes a bit funny. And it adds a lot more. It's fine, but it just adds a lot more work. So these videos are about making these miniatures as easy to paint as I can. All the extra work, which you can put in. Bless him, he's right asleep tonight. I'm just letting this brown wash run a little bit extra onto the reins, just to define them a bit. There we go. So giving the horse just a little bit more definition. When you use washes, just watch out for any little bubbles. If you get any bubbles, just zap them up with your brush. If not, spotted horses, as in like grey dappley ones, or big Palomino kind of Wild West ones. Yes, I do them, and then I did a grey dapple in one of the videos, Ben. Oh, which one was it? There's one that's Napoleonic horses, and there's also another one where I've just painted grey. And I played around with a lot of different ways, and I believe in the video I show a way where you take the grey up and then get the brush very, very wet and kind of just tap it on. But have a look. Oh, where was it? I can't remember. You'll find the video. It was one of the early ones. It's only a short video, I think. Was it King Arthur I painted on it might have been. Right, now we're going to grab a light tone. Which is something you shouldn't really do with white, but because we've used a beige colour, this should work. And we're going to use a medium to thin this. And I'm going to run it over the white, which is going to look horrendous at this point. But we're going to build some more white up on top. So some people like using grey at this point. But see where we've got quite a lot of wash on it there and it's looking quite yellowy brown. We're just going to take some medium. Yeah, Mr. Byzantine guy was saying all this to me. It's like he was some spooky horse scientist. Yeah, they got very specific rules, haven't they? Horses and the colours and how it all works together. Which, in fairness, most of the time I just ignore and just go for the rule of cool. So occasionally I get called out. They should have black. If they're chestnut, they should have black. I think you've done it to me actually, Ben. In fairness to you, and you're correct. Was it you? It said about the chestnuts or something that was having black socks. Is it or something? I don't know. Which you were completely right. I think it was because I hadn't painted them long enough, was it? It was or something. So as you can see, the wash there has gone quite heavy. So what do? Wash my brush out. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. Did they have to be longer or something? Did they have to be knee highs rather than ankle socks like I'd painted? I don't remember. I have terrible memory. That was one of the first reasons I did the horse video, so I could remember how to paint, how I painted horses myself. So now all I'm doing is I'm just going back over with a bit medium, and I'm just running it over the higher areas, so we can work the wash for just a little bit longer. What I'm trying to do is get all that wash, juicy, nice wash, running into all the grooves and crevices, but not staying on the big flat areas. I do the same with their clothes, but I'm really going to use a washed out version. And just check the horse back over, make sure I've not got any puddles forming anywhere. There we go. I'm just going to run some over the socks there, which we're not going to dwell on, are we, Ben? We're going to just pull some up onto his breeches. I'm just going to lay some on his shirt. There we go. Okay. Well, that's all drying. We're going to lay a little bit of the black. I think his boots are going to be black. This is a lacquer brush, let's put them down. See that grey? It's great, isn't it? It's really nice. This is the black I mixed down with my medium. Just make it nice and thin. It's a similar thickness to speed paint to Grim Black. Is it Grim Black? And nor just t'other day. I'm not worried about too much about going over the spurs, because obviously they're gonna be painted out silver. So, in fairness, if there's a little bit of black on there, it's gonna help us rather than hinder. In fairness. Okay. I'm thinking about doing his reins in black as well. Let's do his hat black. Again, sorry any Napoleonic fans out there if I get these colours wrong. I really only follow in paint other pictures I've seen. I'm not anywhere remotely an expert in this. I just want to get them painted to make them look cool. So please, in the comments, if I've made any mistakes on these when you see it tomorrow, I'm terribly sorry. Please be kind. I've been pulled up and painting the wrong coloured buttons before, which is important, I suppose, to if you're into it. Not so much if you want, unfortunately. But we try. Let's do the old welly boots. Yes, that's exactly what I think, Rich. But you, not people are like. But rest assured, I do try. It's like you can't keep everyone happy all the time, can you? But see you next Sunday, because these will all be coming along with me, all these front rank and Griffin Beast miniatures that are still kicking around. have a good old butcher's. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Should try and get some bacon on the way, I think, at some point. These are really nice, these miniatures. Cheers, Ben. Have a great weekend, mate. Yeah, all good fun. What I know about these front rank miniatures, they're really kind of open to paint, if you know what I mean. So you can paint them quite quick, so it's quite simple, or you can spend a lot of time just going over and over and over, which is quite nice. So they suit what we're doing on this channel, like sort of taking them to a level. You really could. It's like I looked at the I've got the line infantry. I've got some Highlanders to do as well. Again, they're really kind of, I don't know what other way to explain it apart from being open. Do you know what I mean? There's big open spaces for you to work into the miniature itself. Not sure what colour his scabbard would be. Presumably black. Starting to see if we can throw some shade on the light. There we go. That's much better with my hand over the light. There we go. Perhaps I should have really just picked one, in fairness. I'm not going to get them both this time. I think I would have got one of them done. But I just couldn't choose. So I like them both. So hey ho. Right. I was going to do them both with brown. I think they both have brown hair. Let's do the reins first on there. I'm going to use. We use a shadow or flat earth maybe. But I'm thinking of maybe using saddle brown from Vallejo. Let's see if it'll show up good. Maybe with a wash over it will look really nice. Yeah. Oh no, it's had good coverage. A bit more ready look to it. So yeah. So Rich, Sunday's the is it Iron Man Sunday? Is that the way around it is? Yeah. I think they were told by the venue they could have a few more tickets or something. I'm not sure. So if anyone is interested in going, when you know, I think they put some extra tickets up on there. But it might not have been that Sunday, I'm not sure. You certainly have a good laugh. Have you done any of the Iron Man events before, Rich? Oh, you can have a whale of a time, my friend. Got a little bit of brown on there. Let's get it off quick. That'd be ace. Be good to meet you. Yeah, they made, there was a few made a few spaces made extra available. I think they were told one number by the venue, and then were told they could have a bit more room or something like that. You know how that thing goes. But it was, I don't think it was. I think they put them up there, but they didn't expect to have any takers. But then again, there's always somebody at the last minute that wants to join in. So that's pretty good. Also, I'm not sure, but I think they're letting a few people in to come and say hi and shit. Sorry, sorry, swear word. Oh yeah, I saw that. That's pretty good, isn't it? Well, they got some good deals on the this front rank stuff as well at the moment, isn't it? Is it you get an extra, you get 6 for 5 or something? It's really handy for Napoleonic players because they need lots of lead, don't they? Yeah. I think his reigns would do in black, I think. But you see how um that wash is set now. Still needs a little bit more time, I think. It's unlucky it didn't kind of just line up with Ben, wouldn't it? Because that would have been so super cool. Oh, I know what. Mm, sorry about that. Maybe next Friday I could do the how fast can I paint the cataphracts challenge. Did I mention that last week? I don't know if you heard, but the idea was floated that last time I was down there, how quickly I could paint a box of their plastic Roman cataphracts. So perhaps that's one for next Friday. And then I could bring them to Cirencester. I don't know. So how fast do you guys think I can paint a box of Roman cataphracts? This is the question. There's a dozen in there, I believe. I think it'd be quite a quiet video if I did it, because obviously if I'm trying to paint that quick. Well, yeah. I'll talk to the Beastie Boys, see if they can remember what we were chatting about. So I was going to do it as a recorded video, and then so I didn't have to talk so much in it, if you know what I mean. But I think people are going to not believe the timing unless I'm actually live, if you know what I mean. I think it's one I'm going to have to do live. I shall sort it, I think. I'm just not sure it's a good idea before that weekend. I shall think on it. I think I'm going to use that. 12 horses. You give it grey tail, so I'll use this same as his cloak towards the undercoat, and then we can highlight that out. Yes, there's ways and means to paint stuff a bit quicker, as I've shown on here. But there's times where you want to take a bit more time, which also we've shown on here. So quite a bit more work to do on these yet. Again, we've only been going an hour and 3/4, so it's not surprising really that they're starting to get there. I was just going to see what this blue would look like if we put some deep blue. See if we can use this as the, yes, it's that deep blue. Now we've got that tone on it as well. We just thin it out a bit. We can't use it as the highlight, even though it's quite dark. It gives that full blue colour. We'll leave the grooves with the dark sky and the tone. It's a joy of using the wet palette, really. You can really thin those paints out. There we go. A little bit more on the very tips of those highlights. Then we're going to come back in with our barbarian flesh and highlight this with our first tone. Remember we put that Crusader's flesh over, really highlighting his nose, because yeah, we all know about Wellington's nose. edge highlight that all the way up, all the way down. There we go. You see that? Not really showing it in this light. Pick out his fingers. In there. Set his highlights even higher. So forehead, cheekbones, nose, anywhere that's going to catch the sun. So Napoleon's got a really high hairline, so we can really push it up there. On the edge of his ears. The good thing about using the base colour is if you've got a little bit mad, just let it dry and see what you got. You can always chuck another wash over it. Start again. We're using very thin paint anyway, so you're not really going to lose much detail, if any. There we go. He's got a really good face on the Napoleon. Yeah. Okay, let's go with, we go straight for pure red. Just, lay that in there. And then I think the middle of these things, I don't know what, yeah, some sort of, I don't know, is it, they saddlebags? I don't know. I don't know what they are, guys. Do feel free to tell me. They look like saddlebags. They must have some purpose. Answers on a postcard. There we go. Around the edges, those are going to be gold. I think his collar's red as well. I think it might be a dark red, but we'll put a little drop of wash on it in a sec. There we go. Let's just see. Yeah, that red's gonna be fine. So that green is need a bottle green, that one. Let's go for angel green. What do we go for that one? Oh, that's a good shout. Crit Wraith. No, it might be a bit dark. Let's go for the angel green. Sorry if I'm mumbling a bit today. This might be coming down with a bit of allergy. I think there's a couple of dog walkers down the park have had COVID and stuff, so hopefully it's not, and I can shake it. Maybe it's just a bit of a, I don't feel anything, so maybe it's just a bit of a sore throat. There we go. That grey out, so we can do this kind of neckerchief in grey. Okay, so now I'm going to come back in with the beige colour. Just knock back some of that wash we put on. Yeah, so just gonna start building up the highlights on that. And on the socky wockies. That's the technical term. There we go. That's starting to get a little bit deeper, which is good. So we'll get this really thinned out now. I'm going to start picking out these bigger areas on the horse. So of course we're a horse, of course. So yeah, so what we want to do is leave kind of around the edges near the reins. And the muscles, we start picking the muscles out, as it were. So leaving the recesses shaded. Of course, it's only over its own colour, so. See, if you like the look, you can do, instead of using the light tone, really thin some light grey out. Especially if you're doing a dapple grey white, as it were. Hi, Kay. How you doing? Just re-highlighting the beigey colour. So looking for anywhere that's going to catch a lot of light. Although, in fairness, horse isn't that shiny anyway, so this is more of a scale thing than a realistic thing. Ah, well done, Gary. Excellent. You heard it here first on Pirate Rich's channel. Breaking news. You should have said I could have announced it for you. Although, in fairness, if he wasn't here, it would have been a bit of a rubbish announcement, wouldn't it? Okay. There's a bit down that cloak. There's his great cloak that I missed. There we go. Hair colours, right, let's see. I wanted, where's it gone? There's a black brown by Vallejo. I'm going to use some of this for let's use it for Welly's hair. That's what it says. The wrong brown. Hey ho. Yeah, these are the front rank from Bretton Beast. They're front rank stuff. I mean, it's quite a joy to paint it, really. But I couldn't decide which one I wanted to paint earlier, as you probably gather from the title of the video. I should have just stuck to one, but I thought, hey, I can dive between the two of them. But I think I would have got one completely finished if I'd have stuck at it. Whereas I'm going to have probably a little bit to paint in the morning. Not an awful lot there. They're nearly there. They're getting there. Now I don't know if to use brown black on his hair or if just hit it with pure black. Part of me wants to do pure black on his hair. So I think I shall. I'm using my very thinned out black. Hopefully some of that grey will show through. Yeah, cheers, Nick. Thanks for dropping by. Alright, so reed gold. Which I've still not replaced. That's just me being pure lazy. Yeah, I've been not been able to drop by the last couple of weeks, Karen, sorry. Got roped back into playing hockey out of retirement. I've just been coaching for the local club. They've been short a goalkeeper, so I've been dragged in after being retired for 3 years, so I've not been around on Saturdays, I'm afraid. I like dropping by though. Yeah, so next week's going to be hectic. We got, as I said earlier, we've got the Griffin Beast Saga event at Cirencester, which I'm going to be painting like mad at, and hopefully going live. Oh, okay. That'd be worth watching out for Saturday and Sunday next week. I'll have the paint desk set up at the show. And Rich is going to be there on the Sunday, which would be cool. What else? Yeah, so that leaves next Friday. Next Friday. It might be time to do, as I was telling these guys earlier, Karen, I got a box of Roman cataphracts. When I was at Beast Towers last time, because there was some crazy talk about me being able to paint quite quickly, and they were laying bets on how fast I could paint a box of cataphracts, basically. There was some silly times thrown about, but thinking about doing it as a live challenge next Friday night. Might set us up for the weekend. Or I might just have a rest. I'll probably make a decision quite early in the week. Yeah, I mean, there's 12 in the box, so don't know. I really don't know. I will talk to the beastie glitterati and see what they think. I know there were some ridiculously quick times thrown around. I think, yeah, I'd like to. I'll have a think about before I fully commit, but I think I could do them in an hour. But I'm not sure how interesting the video would be, because obviously I'm not going to be able to chat. It could be a chance to try out the old, see if I can bring someone else in on it. I'm not sure. We shall see what I can work out. Grab some silver. That's a plate melt will do it. That's shiny enough. quite strangely, that plate metal almost looks like the same colour as the lead. So it almost looks like you didn't paint anything, which is quite cool. See what I mean? It's just worth mentioning, if you're watching this back and you didn't catch it at the start or etc., is when you're ordering front rank miniatures that are mounted, the price, unless it states, doesn't include the horse. So always make sure to read the description. So it caught me out at first, because obviously I was more used to ordering just the Griffin Beast stuff. And then the front rank catalogue's done slightly different. But it doesn't mean you get to choose the horse your guy's going to sit on. Which is pretty neat. A bit of his bridle I missed there. The trouble with when they do the eyeballs like this is they don't kind of work for the way I paint them. They leave a slot there, so it kind of goes a little bit weird. It cuts a groove. It's not so bad on the white. It's when you try and dot it with a black, sometimes it will try and run along the groove. So you have to be mega careful. That's not too bad actually. After me saying that, it wasn't too bad. So let's get some white highlights onto this Orsi and onto his breeches. So again, I'm going to thin it down. And just catch the highest bits. So you don't have to worry about getting a complete layer, because you've done that with the beige. Oh, I got love watching Lindy. Have you watched Lindy Page on YouTube? One of my Lloyd is awesome. Yes, Lloyd, I'm painting with beige. Somebody tell him. Somebody must know him. Lindy Beige. It's a guy called Lloyd, and he does a lot of cool videos about all sorts of tanks and um, different battles and different weapons. I love the way he looks at stuff. So now with the pure white, we're just hitting the tops of those muscle groups. And it looked kind of weird at first because the white will look very bright. But as it dries, it will tone down again. And again, if it's a little bit too much, just add a little bit of medium. I'll send you one through Facebook. Okay, I'm not sure how to do it on here, but if you just type in Lindy Beige, all one word, he's got so many videos that he'll come up straight away. He's just one of those interesting guys that you'd love to meet. You know what I mean? So just working around again with that white. Another thing you could do is if you put too much white on, is you can make a really thin version of your midtones. That in their case would be that beige. I can't stop saying beige now. Then just run it completely over like a filter or glaze. There we go. How are we doing on time? Oh, wow. On to nearly 2 hours, 20 minutes. Which isn't bad since we're doing 2 character models. So we'll be really careful to load our brush right because, say, you go in there too wet a brush, what happens is it'll touch it and the paint will shoot along the groove. There we go. Let's paint some of his no, let's not. Let's put some brown. Ooh, what brown should we use? Let's put some strong tone. So this is the brown with a bit of black added to it. Just using this for the rain. Oh, it's a bit too dark. We're going to go for the mid one again, the one with the red in it. I'll go back over that bit again, that sort it out. There we go. Be quite cool actually, because that's the one we've used for the horse as well, so probably blend it in quite nice. Yeah, that's kind of working for us. Weird again. What happened there? Wait, didn't it? The computer all of a sudden decided to turn my printer on. I was using the this mid brown that was used on the horse already, just that's strange. Oh well. I'm sure it'll sort itself out. Okay, so now we're looking at this gold. First of all, I'm going to drop some red. Drop some red tone into the middle there, so I can start setting. I've got on his collar. I think we're nearing the end of this video, in fairness. I'm starting to get a little weary. There's not masses left to do on these. I think I'll finish these off tomorrow once I get back from hockey in the afternoon. Yes, I think we will leave it there, guys. That's 2.5 hours. And yeah, they're both looking nearly done. So I'll get them finished up tomorrow afternoon and photographize them and put them up on Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, they should look good when they're done. So great faces, great sculpts. Oh, I think we shall leave it there. Thanks for joining me, guys. Watch out during the week. I will decide on the challenge. Oh, where's the box? Ah, here's the box. The late Roman cataphracts. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, I should make a decision on those early in the week and see how much I got to get ready for the following weekend. Anyway, guys, cheers, Johnny, and I will sort out. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a cracking rest of the weekend, and keep on hobbying, and see you soon. Cheers, shipmates.